Master verb to be in English, part 2. Coming up. Hey student, I'm Teacher Pricks and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Let's talk about verb to be, y'all. In part 1 of this video, I showed you 7 different uses of verb to be. Okay, now in the second lesson, in part 2 of this video, I want to show you other important uses of verb to be so that you can master it once and for all. Now, important, I want to make a part 3 of this video, but I need your help. If we get 50 comments with part 3 in this video, I will come back with part 3. But I need 50. I believe you can help. If you're watching this, you can help. Okay, so 50 comments with part 3. And I'll be back. Okay? Now, guys, let's get to work. If you're more of a beginner, I have easier lessons for you here on my channel. I have a complete beginner's guide with 30 free lessons. Yes, free lessons, 30 free lessons for beginners. So check the description of this video, okay? The focus of this lesson will be present again. Part 1 was present. This part 2 will be present. Part 3? Check it out, okay? Part 3. Now, guys, let's remember the conjugation of verb to be. Am, is, are. We're going to focus on the present. And each pronoun or subject will have a different conjugation. So I am. You, in the singular and plural, you are. He, she, it is. And here in the he, she, it, any subject in the third person, in the singular, will be considered he or she or it. The house, it. The dog, it. My sister, she. The doctor, he or she, I don't know. The school, it. The situation, it. Okay? We are, so are. You are. They, plural of he, she, it. They are. Just a quick review. Now, guys, the first use that I want to show you here is the present continuous. I have other videos here on my channel where I give more basic explanations about present continuous, but here it's just, remember, master verb to be. I'm talking about all possible uses of verb to be. So this is lesson 2, part 2, okay? Now, present continuous will describe now. It's present, but more specifically, this moment, the progress of now, okay? So the focus is always on now. Let me give you an example. Priscilla, I am speaking about present continuous. Now, this structure will need verb to be, am, is, or are, plus a second verb. But this verb will need ing. I am speaking. She is driving. I will always follow this structure when I am describing, I'm using present continuous. Let's take a look at some affirmative and negative examples. Here, I am teaching an English lesson now. I'm teaching now. I'm teaching English now. You are listening. I'm teaching English now is different from I teach English lessons on my YouTube channel. So I teach English lessons is present, but it's more like a routine, a habit. I teach English lessons. But I am teaching now means at this moment, right now, I'm teaching an English lesson. Okay? So present will focus on a more general idea of present, while present continuous will focus on the moment I am describing the action, on the progress of the action. Another example, my sister's working. She can't talk to me right now. She's busy, she's working. So maybe I call my sister and she says, I'm sorry, I'm working. I can't talk right now. So then I called another friend and I said, oh, my sister's working. She can't talk to me. Can you help me? Because I need to talk to someone. Okay? Another example, negative. I am not teaching a Spanish lesson now. I'm teaching English, not Spanish. So remember, in the negative form, you will always need the word not. I am not, he is not, she is not, they are not, and then, in this case, the verb in the ing form. Now, it is also possible to contract the negative word not plus verb to be. Aren't and isn't. With I am, it's not possible. I am not. So am not or I'm not. But with are, aren't or isn't for the other two conjugations, okay? Now, moving on, let's keep going. Another use of verb to be is in W8 question words. What is that? W8 means W8 words, words that start with W or H. So what, where, how, when, which, whose, who, why. These are words that will help me ask specific questions with verb to be. Because if I only use verb to be, I am asking easier questions, yes or no. And I showed you in part 1. Are you hungry? Are you tired? Are you happy? Is your sister a doctor? Are your parents retired? So I showed you these questions. But here, I'm going to show you a more specific question with W8, depending on the word I use. What, where, when, how. And when I ask this question, I have two basic options. Only using verb to be or using the present continuous. Verb to be conjugated plus verb ing. So it depends on the question you want to ask and the focus you want to give, okay? So for example, I look at you, I'm walking on the street. See, I'm walking on the street and I ask, hey, where is the church? Where is the church? So here, the only verb is to be. Only one verb. Where is the church? I'm asking the location, okay? Now, where is the church is different from where are you going? Oh, I'm going to church. So where are you going? So here I need the verb go. Where are you going? So this is present continuous. So when I'm asking a question with present continuous, I have verb to be and another verb. When I ask a question with verb to be and a W8, in most cases, it's only verb to be, no other verb. Okay, so it creates a limitation. You can't ask many questions because there's a limit. The ideas are limited, okay? It's natural. You will need other verbs. And when you need other verbs, maybe verb to be is not necessary, okay? Now, a few more examples. How is your sister? How are you? How is your sister? Why are you hungry? Oh, because I didn't have lunch. Why are you angry? Oh, because my boss fired me. What are you reading? Oh, that's different. Now I have two verbs. Present continuous. Where's your sister? Where's she? Where's she now? Oh, she's at home. She's working. When is your birthday? When is your birthday? When is the test? When is your next trip? Who is your favorite actor? What are you doing right now? So do you see the difference between them? In one type of question, there is only verb to be. In the other type of question, you have verb to be and another verb. But this second verb needs to be in the ing form, okay? Now, if you want to learn more about W8 questions, as I said before, I have a complete playlist with lessons about questions in English. Actually, I have many videos here on my channel where I talk about questions, asking questions, because it is so important to ask questions in English, okay? Very important. I also have a study plan cycle. It's a 21-day study plan cycle that will help students that need to reorganize their study routine so that they can improve their English grammar, speaking, and listening vocabulary much faster. So if you need a plan to help you stay on track and organized, check the link in the descriptions and you will get all the information you need. Now, let's talk about a common mistake students make in questions, especially when it comes to verb to be, do, and does. Because remember, we're only focusing on the present. If you want part 3, you gotta post your comment here, part 3. In the simple present, students learn to ask questions. They need the auxiliary verb do. Do you work? Do you study English? Do you watch the news in the morning? Or does, if I am talking about he, she, it in the singular. Does your sister work? Does your best friend live abroad? Does your mother cook? And there you have it. Now, with verb to be, that doesn't happen. I don't use do or does with verb to be. I use not if I am making a negative phrase. And in the question, I only use to be. I change the position because verb to be is an independent verb. So I don't use do, I don't use does. It's unnecessary. I can't actually. So take a look at these two questions. Where do you live? Do you live? Live is the verb. Do you live? Where do you live? Oh, I live downtown. Where's your house? Your house is your house. The location, where is your house? Oh, it's downtown. That's the location of my house. It's downtown. So you see, I changed the question. They're very similar, but the verbs are different. So in the second question, no do, no does. Where is your house? I want to know the location of your house. Where do you live? I want to know the location of your house again, of your address, okay? Another example. Do you like your neighbor? Do you like? There is no verb to be here. Do you like your neighbor? The second question that is a little similar, okay? It's not the same, but it's a similar idea. Is that man your neighbor? So maybe I point my finger at someone and I say, hey, is that man your neighbor? So you see the question, I change the position. I start with verb to be to ask the question before the subject. Man, is that man? That man is my neighbor. Is that man your neighbor? Oh, yes, he is my neighbor. Oh, great. Do you like your neighbor? Do you like him? Okay. Teacher, but I can never use do and verb to be in the question. Only if the verb to be is a complement, a second verb. For example, do you like to be a teacher? Yes, I like to be a teacher. It's great. So do you like? Like is the most important verb. Do you like to be a teacher? Yes, I love it. So you see, the most important verb is like. Verb to be is only helping me complete the idea of the phrase. Another example, do you want to be a doctor one day? Do you want? Want what? A car? A house? To be a teacher. Do you want to be a teacher one day? Do you want to be a teacher? So in that scenario, you can. But if it's only to be, you cannot, okay? If you're using present continuous, it's possible. It's a different tense, okay? If I want to ask a question with present continuous, what are you doing now? Then it's possible to use two verbs, but no do. Again, no do, no does. Take a look at these two questions. Where do you go every morning? Where do you go every morning? Oh, I go to work every morning. I go to the gym every morning. But where are you going right now? Where are you going? I don't need now. It's just a complement. Where do you go every morning? Okay. Where are you going now? So I can use two verbs with to be in the present continuous, okay? Then it's possible. Oh, but teacher, I saw, I am to go, I am to do, it's about to go. I saw this phrase in English. Well, when you get a little advanced, you see some different uses of verb to be, some advanced expressions, but that's not the focus right now, okay? Now, guys, there is another possible exception when you see verb to be and another verb with no ing in a question. This is usually a little bit more advanced, okay? For example, is it easy or difficult for you to study English alone? Pay attention that this question is not so simple. It's a longer question. And I start with verb to be because I want to know if it's easy or difficult. So I start with is it, because it's a question. Is it easy or difficult for you to study English alone, to eat healthy food, to go to work every day, to wake up early, to go to the gym, to go to church, to do housework? Is it easy or difficult for you to? And then you will need a verb. Okay, so this would be a different scenario where you see verb to be and another verb and no ing. But this is a different style of question, okay? You will get there in time. Now, guys, as I said, if you want part 3 of this video, 50 comments, and then I'll come back with part 3. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.